Yes, guys, welcome back to the Natural Selection Podcast. Looking forward to getting stuck into another episode. And what we actually want to talk about today is seeing bodybuilding in person. If you want to compete, I think it's a really good idea to actually go see these shows, see how they run, see everything about them and see whether it's actually a bit of you. Because some people might go there and then, you're like, wow, this is something. Like, I remember, Patrick, you told me about you went and watched one and that kind of motivated you to want to do one. And some people might even be the opposite. You might see it and go, you know what, I don't know if this is for me. So yeah, let's dive into it. What's your thoughts on that, boys?
I think it's very, very important to attend at least one show before you compete. Like the idea of doing bodybuilding and actually seeing a show is there's such a huge difference between it because you see stuff on social media and it looks all cool and everything, but once you turn up to a show, you actually understand how much like what's about the fan base, the judging, how everything works, the lighting, stage, all that stuff. So it gives you a really good insight to what you're stepping into. Like I said, my first experience, out, the first time out competed was because I went to watch my flatmate compete. I went to support him and I thought, oh, this looks pretty cool. So yeah, just end up competing like 12 weeks later after that. Um, so yeah, I think it's very, very important to do a show, to attend a show before competing at one.
Yeah,
So I'm coming at this from having being somebody who their very first bodybuilding show they ever went to was my first time competing. And I can tell you from personal experience the anxiety that it causes because you don't know what's going on is already so overwhelming as you've been dieting for however long. You've got to sort out your tan, you've got to sort out your trunks, you've got to get there. Like, there's already so many moving parts. And then you get there on the day, and like, because it's the first time you're going through everything, like athlete registration, kind of, oh my God, the venue, it's so big. Like, am I allowed to even go and sit? Like, I didn't think I was allowed to go and sit in the crowd and watch
Right.
the other like people. So like my missus and my friend that had come to watch me like went into the auditorium and I just buggered off like around the corner to this room, just put my headphones on and was just in my own head for hours. Whereas I think if I'd gone to a show beforehand, kind of had listened, been in the crowd, listened to the announcement, seen how it's run, seen like the run times, like a really simple thing is like understanding of where your category is and where that then means that's going to be kind of throughout the day until you've been to a show. Like, as you guys will know, sometimes they're like, right, you're going to be on stage at this time, and it could be like 2 hours before that or 2 hours after it. If all the categories before you've only got like one or two people in, they're going to fly through those. And then it
yeah,
gets to like the open categories or the maybe like a novice class that's got like 25 people in. So they say to give it as an average of about like 20 minutes to 30 minutes kind of per class, but you kind of don't know what to expect with that. And if you're trying to peak and manage food and manage water and like navigate all these things, but you've never actually like been to a show, it
yeah,
just adds, as I said, to that anxiety. So yes, I
100%.
would highly recommend anybody that is looking to compete. It doesn't even have to be a natural show. Like just going to a bodybuilding show, there's plenty of them on the calendar. Obviously, we're all natural bodybuilders. We're going to encourage you to go and support the sport of natural bodybuilding. But just because you're into natural bodybuilding doesn't mean you can go and appreciate the assisted side as well.
I
Yeah,
think I think it's like I said, bodybuilding is one of those things like it's the same when you go to whether it's assisted or natural. It's the same when you go to the show. So I think if, even going to like assisted show to watch would definitely give you a big. Uh, I don't know what.
Thanks, Alexa.
Shut up, Alexa. Shut up,
oh,
please.
yeah. No,
Um,
I can really actually relate with what you guys are saying as well, because as the years go on, I've got like really into it. So, whether I've had clients there or if I haven't, the more and more shows I go to, I just realize the more relaxed I am, and that, helps me with my clients, that helps me when I next go to peaks. You just know the process. It's like, yeah, down, this is happening, then it's gonna be this and this and that, and you notice trends. It's like it's much more likely to be late than early. Do you know what I mean? Like 9 out of 10 times, and um, I think you just learn not to stress as much. And if you can go into your first few shows like that, then you're so far ahead. Because I think for a lot of people, especially for me, like the stress ruined my first show. So, if I
Yeah.
kind of knew the crack a lot more and I wasn't constantly getting up, looking, doing this and that, and just kind of chilled out, it would have been a whole different process. So just, yeah, knowing what it's about, you know, and just knowing the process is going to help you a lot for sure.
And a bit of
And
advice
that's
for
what,
any first time competitors is take enough food with you. It's better to have
Yeah,
slightly too much than not enough. Like,
yeah,
I don't know about you guys, but once I think it was the first time I won, like, I wasn't expecting to be sticking around for the overalls. So luckily, I'd overpacked on food because then I was expecting to be going home like 1, 2 o'clock, but then I was going to stick around
yeah,
to the overalls, which was like 5, 6, 7 p.m. So there was another two feeds in there that I needed to get
yeah,
in, and luckily I'd planned ahead and had more than enough. But in that situation, like that could completely ruin your luck if you've
yeah.
peaked really well for like your first outing and then you've got like a 4 or 5 hour gap and you can't get any extra more food in there, then it's again it adds to that anxiety.
Yeah, I definitely was one of the people that overpacked. I remember my coach at the time gave me a list of stuff to take, and I like doubled it just in case. So I was just taking so much food home, which kind of worked good. But I think uh, having leftover dark chocolate and stuff like that was a little bit of a temptation straight after the show. You're like, a little bit extra won't hurt. Yeah.
bro, just thinking about food the whole time. Didn't you? Like, it wasn't just there for the show, just wanted to eat after, innit?
You actually, to be fair, I wasn't actually too bad for that. Like out of sight, out of mind for me. But when it's
Right.
inside, that's the worst bit. And it's all stuff like some of it like so like I was had like jelly babies, and when they're just sitting there after you, like
I'm just gonna
ah,
eat that. Yeah.
just now they're inside. But yeah,
I
so
think I think from
go on, mate.
from like watching Sun's standpoint, because we did last year where you yourself, Chris, and me, and a few of us was like at WMBF.
Hmm.
I think it was the novice show, wasn't it? Or the
Yeah,
Supernaturals, where it was like we was all there, just like watching, just enjoying, just kind of like socializing. So it's a nice way to actually meet other bodybuilders that you've been talking to
100%.
online, and just to enjoy something you all have in common, really.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think it's a great place to network, and for me, like I like going to the shows because it kind of motivates me. Like you kind of seeing the standard, you're seeing the up and coming, and it's like you get that kick of motivation. Like fucking hell, like I need to crack
Yeah,
on. If you've got these goals, then you need to get to work. And when there's one every month to go to during that time, it's like every month you're like fucking. That's that kick of motivation, which um, I think can hold you accountable. Like in my first season, this is something I get as well, where I didn't really know anyone. I didn't actually feel like that competitive. I felt like I was only competing against myself, which you are. But when you actually know other people you might be competing with, like I know personally that would give me a second wind. It's like, you know, I'm competing against myself, but like I want to beat that guy as well, and it almost becomes
yeah,
personal. And now I know so many people in the industry. I feel like my next prep is going to be like that a little bit. Like so many people are going to be watching you, and it feels a little bit more personal, and it's that kind of pressure which makes you better, I think, to some degree, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
definitely.
So on that point, what do you guys feel about the whole situations that kicked off after the Arnold with, is it Martin,
Oh
and the
God, yeah,
whole like sportsmanship and stuff kind of like within the sport? Like I understand, for me I'm kind of in the middle. Like I don't know whether he's trying to just put on, like the Muhammad Ali like the antagonist of being that guy that has the rivalries, and it's kind of gone a little bit too far. And then it's almost like cancel culture's like kicked in now, where it's completely ruined his life. Like he's lost sponsorships, like the entire internet seems to have kind of turned against him. And it's just remembering that it's, while I don't condone his actions, ultimately he's a human being. Like people make mistakes, and yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on that anyway?
I've actually followed this quite a lot, to be fair, and I followed a lot of Martin's stuff before this, and he's always been involved in stuff like this. Like I don't know if you've seen before, like there was a fan had like his phone out and he knocked it out of his hand, and he's done stuff like that. And I don't think Martin's a bad person or whatever, but he's um, definitely in a position where he needs to be a role model, and he has let that slip. And he's let it slip and not help himself so many times. So like, you know, everyone makes mistakes, it is what it is, but like what he's actually done, I don't think it's a big deal. Not shaking his hand, cheering when the other guy, yeah, it's a bit of a low one, but it's not the end of the world. But it's when it's a lot of other stuff, like he's been like DNing fans and stuff, certain things like voice notes, like bad ones. Um, he's been like trolling the internet with like loads of videos of him being like a clown and this and that, like just not giving up. Do you know what I mean? Just keep fueling it and
So
fueling
like
it and
doubling
fueling it and
down.
fueling it. Yeah, not
Yeah,
more than that though, and it just gets to a point where like you're not going to win this one, and that's what happened. He was, unfortunately, all this has happened to him, and he did actually come out today with an apology, and hopefully this is the hopefully this is it where he can be like, you know what, I do need to just bite my tongue. Like I'm in this position that, I bite my tongue, I become a better sportsman, I own up to my actions, and people will just let it go. Like the best thing he could do is do
Own up
nothing on
to it.
social media other than to say sorry and then come back to the Arnold's
Yeah,
yeah,
UK, the best version of himself, and everyone would be like,
yeah.
if he apologises and does that, everyone will forget about it, I think.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's about
I
taking
think
ownership of
obviously,
it, isn't it?
Take ownership, mate.
yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
I think being on stage and just like, I wonder if there's something happened between the two of them backstage, which made him want to react like that, because that's a very um
It's been backstage, but it's also been off the stage, just from what they've
right,
said on our podcasts about each other. It's just
right,
not been maybe positive. It hasn't necessarily not like from Nick's side, from what I know, it was just like you call it constructive criticism, but when you're like that competitive, if someone says, Pat, you've got shit legs, or he's got shit legs, or something like that, he's not saying Pat's an arsehole. He's just, I'm being objective about, his physique, but you do take that personally,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
you? Like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, in bodybuilding, if someone says, you got shit arms, Chris, that makes me feel like you're saying I'm shit, but your physique's actually different to yourself
yeah,
here. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? And I think
yeah,
that's where it gets hard in bodybuilding, is trying to remove the physique from the person almost, and just judge it as like a uh,
I
uh,
think realistically, a lot of things like that has happened. Like I've seen lots of like clips that go viral, the way people behave on stage, or like even how athletes are responding to their results on stage. And it's always
yeah,
kind of like, yeah, then everyone kind of forgets about it. But I just think it's just because of the platform and who he is and the following he has. I think that's what obviously has been made out far worse than it is. But as long as he apologized for it, I reckon everyone will just be like, be over it. I think a lot of people are over it already, to be fair.
yeah. On that as well, like, do you think? Um, I think it's important. I think you guys would definitely do it. Like, even if you don't get the result you feel you deserve, like, and you genuinely feel you deserve, or other people, you just congratulate the individuals that that competed, and
Yeah,
you deal with it
100%.
after in a professional way. Like, you speak to
Yeah,
the judges and you ask, and if you still don't agree in the end, then unfortunately, bodybuilding is subjective, isn't it? But you
yeah,
don't just
like,
kind of like out them in front of their face and take their glory. You let them have their glory, and you
yeah.
deal with it a
Yeah.
proper way,
I
which
think
is
that's
easier
very important.
sometimes.
Like, that's like something that needs to be really looked into in bodybuilding. Like, there's no way, like, no matter where you place, always let the person that won have their moment. right, whether the judgment was right or not, you let them have your moment, and then when you look at the video about, for example, something, let's say I place like fourth or something like that, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I deserve higher placement than that, and then I watch the videos back with them more kind of like relaxed and attitude and more kind of like a
Yeah,
not a biased look. It's
yeah,
always you actually realize that well, actually that's where I place. That's where you
yeah,
belong. I
100%.
mean, so a lot of time like you might be angry and just respond like think, oh, I deserve better, I deserve it. But reality is you probably didn't. You got what you actually deserve. So it is what it is, really.
It's easy to look at it like emotionally rather than
Yeah,
logically, right? When it's
yeah,
yourself and you're in it. It's like when someone says something, you have the choice to like respond or bite your tongue, and
yeah.
sometimes you respond, but sometimes you bite your tongue. I do this with my girlfriend all the time, bless her. Sometimes I bite my tongue, and then hours later I'm like, thank fuck bit my tongue. Like that was so like such a not a constructive thought, like if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
true, man.
Well, we've got the Arnold's coming up in the UK in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks? No,
It's
it's
in two
fucking hell,
weeks
it's nearly
now.
two now.
Yeah,
Three?
just over 2 weeks now.
Mate, are you guys
No,
going?
I am. I'm not. I didn't get ticket for the finals on Friday though, so I'm going there for the Friday. So hopefully I get to watch the prelims and then do the expo, and then yeah, head back to Milton Keynes to watch the MK show, the Two Bros one, because I've got like a
Right.
client there, so I want to make sure I'm there to support and make sure it's all right.
It's the weekend of the
I managed,
28th, isn't it?
yeah, the 2 weeks,
Yeah,
yeah, I had a look. I managed to get
yeah.
tickets for Classic and Open, so I'm very excited for that.
For the both finals,
Both of them, yeah.
bro.
I
How did you get
bought
so
them as
lucky?
soon as
To be
they
fair, it's
came
my own
out.
fault. I left it so late. I only literally looked to book it yesterday. I was
Yeah,
like,
I only
fuck.
got it about 6 months ago, I think.
All right, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So, have you guys seen pros in real life before?
Yes, so I watched the Arnold
Arnold
maybe
UK
3 or 4
2 years
years
ago.
ago. I think it was it was the one where it was Samson and
Nathan Diasha.
what's the guy from Nathan Diasha? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I was
Nathan
at that
Diasha
one as
won
well. Yeah,
and
but they
Samson
did
came
loads of
second,
rounds,
and
didn't they?
oh, so many, and Samson was
Yeah,
sweating buckets
yeah,
like,
they were working
Really?
and
hard.
it was just
I
after
did.
his what's his name, the coach that he had was really close with Fuad. He just died, and the posing routine that Samson did, like I was like,
Oh, you
wow, because
mean
that's like the
Cedric?
Oh,
first.
I've seen that on YouTube,
Yeah.
bro. It looks sick.
Oh,
That must have been so
in
surreal
real,
to see in
like
person.
it was insane to see somebody that big
Yeah.
moving like that, and you could just tell there was so much emotion that he'd kind of put into it. But that's the only time I've been to the Arnold's. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go this year. Like my sponsors, I think, got a couple of tickets going. Um, so I'm going to see if I can kind of get one of those, but I just need to run it past the wife first. But it'll probably just be for the expo, not for the bodybuilding show. Are they doing a live stream of the show?
The
Believe
Arnold's
so.
usually pretty good with it. I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah,
free most of the time as well.
Yeah.
fair enough. I'll probably catch the live stream. Um,
Yeah, because it'll be at decent
but
time as well. Usually it's crap for us, isn't it? It's like 3, 4 a.m.
yeah,
or something. Whereas this will actually
yeah.
be just like this final will probably be like 7 p.m.
And there goes my internet.
Yeah, I believe 7 p.m. Yeah. I'm looking for, I wanted to see like my Molly live in person, but I like perform a routine, but I'm not gonna get to because I didn't get tickets, which we'd have set in. But yeah, I'm literally gonna be walking around the whole expo trying to find him for pictures. But he's like my favorite athlete at the moment.
Like physiques absolutely insane. Did you see him next to the other guys though? It's
It looks
crazy, isn't it?
tiny.
He's
It
just
like
small.
on his own, it looks really good, but next to other people, I'm just like,
On his own, he
this,
looks like the Mr. Olympia, and you put him next to
yeah,
someone, and that's the craziest thing about bodybuilding, isn't it? It's like you just don't
Well, it's,
like you don't know until people are put together.
yeah,
and it's the
yeah,
crazy thing about classic because obviously it's a
Yeah,
height to weight ratio, isn't it?
yeah,
So
hmm
it's almost the sport is almost designed for tall guys
mm,
because you look at Chris Bumstead and
yeah,
basically bodybuilding. If you are taller, you can therefore have more mass.
Yeah, and
So
you I'm
with it
Yeah,
always
being
drawn to the bigger
bodybuilding,
guy, always,
yeah.
always
yeah.
is.
That's so sad though. I'm sat here thinking,
Mhm.
I think
Mate,
classic should
we're all
just be for
fucking
short
tiny,
guys,
aren't
isn't
we?
it? It should just be for us short
We
guys.
should
Like,
have
no, none
called
of
this
this.
the Three Musketeers more than anything.
Yeah, we should literally like start like tell them to like ban top people from classic there just to make it fair.
How tall is everyone? I think I'm taller than you, Pat.
Yeah, probably. I'm like just under 5'7", but
Yeah,
I tell everyone I'm
I'm
5'8",
five
so it's
seven.
fine.
okay. I am fucking hell, I'm the tallest one here. Would you believe it? That's a first. God, I don't get that often. We're all
Yeah, man.
basically just saying that we're fucks.
From now on, if
Yeah.
you're over 5'7", you're not allowed to do a classic. That's the new rule.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I'm very excited for the Arnolds. I think seeing the pros in real life, like speaking to some of my friends that are coming and they've never been, like it's just different gravy in it. Like genuinely,
Oh,
like that they just look like plastic, don't they? It doesn't look. It's just fucking
Yeah,
it doesn't
mental.
look real.
Like it
Doesn't look real. Even to be honest, the Arnold like amateur show that's on during the day, like even some of
yeah,
those guys look absolutely ridiculous. Because I think if they win their pro card, they can then come back and do the evening
yeah,
show, can't they?
yeah. I think some of them can. They
I
can
think it's
compete
meant
in the pro ranks straight away.
I think bro is gone
Fitting
again, man.
costume.
Yeah, but I'm looking for. Have you seen the clips of the gifts that people got from Arnold's US Ohio one? There's like literally like a bed full of like goodies they got. I'm just literally
Mate,
gonna take like about
honestly,
5 bags to me,
they just give
just like
out.
collection.
Yeah, every booth they just give out energy drinks,
Yeah,
t-shirts, protein. You know what? I've still got some protein sachets left over from the Arnold like 2 years ago.
oh really?
Yeah, but it's ones I don't like, to be fair.
Yeah,
I don't know why I haven't got rid of them. Just, but you do get a lot of stuff. It is pretty cool.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
going up
excited.
there for the few days, and I'm not as bothered about the expo, to be fair. Like, I will do it, but I think once you've done it a couple of times, it's the same thing. And obviously, you want to
it's
just grab
essentially
loads
just a
of stuff.
market, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like meeting people and whatever. But it's kind of just a good weekend to go up there, like just kind of train in a few new gyms, be around the people, and that's probably what I'm going to do more of this year. I'll go to the expo a little bit, but it'd be more just kind of like training and chilling with people. I've done the days of like 3 full days at the expo, and it's just like, yeah,
It's tiring, isn't it? Have
mate, it
you
is
either of
knackered.
you guys worked at an expo?
No,
no,
So I've been
yeah,
I
on,
feel like
in the booth.
yeah. So I was in a booth with an old sponsor of mine called Arctic Berg, and so they did like pre-workouts, EAA. It was like a small supplements company.
Okay,
That was probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, but it's
that's pretty fucking
exhausting
cool. I won't
because you
lie.
just talking to people all day.
Yeah,
And it's basically like being a sales rep.
yeah,
So you kind of got to, especially if it's products that they're selling, you kind of got to know the products inside out. You've got to answer people's questions, and
yeah.
then some people that were like really
Oh,
wanting to
bless
get
them.
into like the science of the supplements. I was like,
Fuck,
yeah, I
I
this
feel
feel
the
like
guy
same.
over
that's
here is the
pretty
one who
cool
makes
working
all
at
the
a booth. I think
formulations.
that's
Let
something
me
that
introduce you to him, and
What
I'm going to
what
speak to the
what?
next person.
So let's say the offer was there. What company would you like to like represent at like an expo?
in all honesty, like I wouldn't say yes to that many, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but I mean it in the way of my what's the right word? Your my like what people like whether they believe you or not, kind of my integrity.
Oh, integrity,
Like
right? Yeah,
nothing is more important to me than that. So it would
yeah,
have to be shit I actually use, and the stuff that I'd use the most is just perform protein.
yeah,
They're all unbelievable. I recommend them. That that would be the ideal sponsor for me. I think just because I absolutely rinse their products, or it'd be like an actual supplement company that have multiple products. Do you know what I mean? That you can use from
yeah.
different companies. If that makes sense. What about yourself?
Oh, me, 100% has to be younger layer, man. If I was
Really?
there, if I, yeah, I would love to be like there.
Yeah,
Because
close.
every time I watch anything like that, their stands always look so much fun. Like, they are the,
Yeah, they're
everyone seems to be
mental.
like having straight vibes, bro. So it'd be so good to be there, man.
Yeah, they were pretty mental there. They were
Where
giving
they?
away loads of free stuff. But sorry,
Oh, man.
Deej, you're
I've
back.
got,
think you're back. Can we hear you?
Yeah, I got like the early entry ticket, so I'm just making sure as soon as I get, I'm going straight there. Whatever they're giving away for free, I'm taking all of it, mate.
Yeah, man. Well, if you do go up, let us know because
Yeah.
I'm there the whole time, so we'll link up for a
What
bit.
time? What day did you go out then?
We're gonna go out Friday morning.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm coming on
I
Friday
will
morning as
be
well.
there for the
I'm
whole.
gonna get there from 9 o'clock. So
Yeah, I'll probably will get there a little bit later than that. Um,
right,
but we will probably go to the expo first because we can't check in till later. But I'm there
yeah.
the whole weekend, and mate, it's going to be a bit of a mental one for me because I'm actually. So I've got Friday, Saturday, and I'm going to do summer Sunday, and then I'm going to go
All right,
home and have whole of Monday home, and then on Tuesday I go to
flying out.
fucking. I'm flying to Australia and New
Oh,
Zealand,
that's
so
gonna be a busy week for you, mate.
yeah, mate, it's going to be pretty mental. But it's
Yeah.
very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Deej, we got you back.
I think so. I'm connected through my phone, so we're gonna absolutely annihilate my internet. But it's worth it for you guys. So
Worth it. It's worth it. We
Hopefully
were
you
also
get
just talking
more
about,
progress than you think.
yeah, we were just talking about if you had to go work on a spot for one particular brand, who would it be? Oh no, we lost him again.
um,
No, he's
No, we
there.
got
no, no, I'm still here.
oh
Hopefully I'm still here. Um,
yeah, we
Yeah,
got you.
Probably just gonna be a Gymshark fanboy, aren't I?
yeah,
Like that's pretty much all my training apparel is through them at the moment.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
just a basic bitch.
Fair.
Yeah, I didn't think clothing. Like my mind just went to supplements. So,
All right.
but fair. Yeah, you mean you can't go wrong with Gymshark or Young and Lake, can you?
No,
No,
definitely
Is
not,
that where
mate.
you get most of your clothes from? Both of you, then? Would you say?
my training
Um,
stuff.
I wouldn't say I've actually them. I think I've got more Gymshark stuff than I have any other thing, just only because, like, before they, like a few years ago, there was like the main clothing brand everyone used to buy from, and it was like decent prices. So I used to get loads of stuff from there. But I think like I've ventured more into Younger Lady recently, just because I like their style and the fit of their clothing. So
What about
yeah,
you, Deej?
but
Is it mainly Gymshark?
It is at the moment. So I've over the years I've kind of had a couple of different sponsors. So they used to send me a lot of stuff. So I never really used to buy my own training stuff just because people would send me stuff. Whereas now, and also my stepson is really into, well, he was really into Gymshark. So I didn't want to buy anything Gymshark because he's the same size as me. And then all of our washing
yeah,
obviously goes in together. And it's like, I'm going to buy some stuff and I'll wear it once and then I'll never see it again because it'll just end up in his wardrobe. He'll be like, oh, that's not mine. Not think to then put it back where I can then use it. It just gets shoved to the back of his wardrobe and then I'll never see it again. Whereas now, as I said, he's kind of gone off Gymshark since there was a load of drama with him about a year ago, wasn't there, with a load of athletes and stuff leaving.
yeah,
So he went off
yeah.
it. I was like, yes, I can finally buy it now because he doesn't wear it anymore. Bought a shed load of Gymshark stuff and now he's back into it. So now I'm just like, if it ends up in the wash, I don't care if it's his or if it's mine. It's going in my wardrobe, and then at least it gets cycled through. So
I think last year was when they went through that whole what's that powerlifter, the young Nathan. I think his name's
Oh
Nathan.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nathan, yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
had that whole lawsuit situation going on last year in it. So I think, and then they saved it by bringing CBAM in easily. Like CBAM turned it around so quickly, bro.
C-Bum's just like people could be doing fucking anything, and you're like, oh yeah, but C-Bum's involved, and you're like, ah, must be fine then.
Yeah, it must be fine. Yeah.
send
Can't
Seabum to
worry about
Like,
Iran. He'll sort the whole situation out and just
it.
calm things down.
Got it
oh
out.
yeah, easily.
They
Just
just
get
do it.
Martin and thing in the same room and be like, listen, I'm Daddy CBAM. You listen to me. You
Well,
guys make
you
up
know
now.
what? That was a bit of the start of it. To be fair, remember C-Bum actually lost to uh,
Oh yeah, to Martin, innit?
sorry, to Martin, yeah, to Martin at Prague, and do you remember seeing like Martin like getting worried and kind of starting to showcase some of that? And before that, Martin Martin didn't say anything bad, but he did like kind of knock Chris Bumstead a little bit before it. Like he was confident he was going to beat him and stuff like that. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Not in like a negative way, like in a way of like he was confident, right? And I think as soon as he knew it was closer than he wanted it to be, he started slipping, didn't
Yeah,
he? And he was like,
yeah.
you could see it in his attitude, and yeah, I think that would have been a sore one then if he lost that. But
Lost.
I think a lot of people had Chris Bumstead winning it. To be fair, like
Yeah, I had Chris winning it. I thought Chris would look sick.
yeah, like and I want to be as unbiased as possible, but you know, I pretty much had him win more shots than like in terms of you know out of the 8 poses or whatever, I would have had Chris actually winning more. Um,
Yeah,
and I'd happily say like no if I thought the other way, but he fucking just unbelievable, and he like what he could do in the open if he wanted to would be silly.
yeah, it'll be scary. It'll be scary, mate.
Think we'll ever
I
see him
think,
back.
oh, that I don't know. I
I
don't think
don't
it will,
know. From what I've heard from Ian on like different podcasts and stuff, like I think Chris, because he's got that legacy now, hasn't he? And he's now trying to scratch that itch and find a little bit more balance because like he's got a young family and whether in because he's still quite young, isn't he?
So young, mate. I think he's like a year older than me. I think he's 28.
Yeah, it's like
Crazy. That's so
even
crazy.
if he took 3, 4, 5 years out, he'll still be able to come back and essentially be in the prime of his life as long as he stays. And it's not like he's not training. It's not like he's lost £100.
No,
Like I think he posted a photo a
no.
couple of well around the Olympia, and it's like he posted a photo of himself in the last prep for the Olympia and compared to where he is now, and he looks barely any different. Like you just hop him on a cycle
Yeah.
and put 12 weeks of bodybuilding behind him, and he'd probably be back to. And I'm not being funny. This new crop, they're not an X Dynasty. They're not a Sebum. Sebum has kind of
No.
like set the standard for classic physique because obviously
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
it was a new kind of category, and then it was decided this is the look, and then everybody was
Yeah.
then trying to emulate that. And I don't think classic has got someone that has is deciding the look yet. So I don't think it'll be like
No.
another like three for I think just like in the open, I think there's going to be
Yeah.
a period of time where it could be any one of those top 3 to 5 guys that win, and it all just depends on what they bring on the day. There's not going to be any like out and out winner. It's not like when it's like Ronnie Coleman, where basically you
Yeah.
knew he was pretty much going to win most of the shows that he did.
I think that was quite. I think that's an issue with classic though. There's never seems to be like a set. Like we get an idea of what they're looking for, but I feel like majority of the time, even in natural federations, like you see a lot of different looks winning the classic look. So it kind of makes you think, well, what actually is the main standard that we're chasing? Do you know what I mean? It's very, very common. I don't know if it's just me or if you guys notice that as well.
So I think this is actually a really, really interesting topic, and I think I might have spoke to you about this before, Patrick. But like Mike the badass is such a in between for me with classics. So let me like say what I need to say first. So Mike has like almost like a classic. He has a classic physique, right? Tiny waist, massive flaring quads, big arms, whatever. Like, but he's not what I picture as a classic physique. And I know I've just gone back on myself there, but like, do you understand what I'm saying? He's almost a bodybuilder because he's so thick and dense
Yeah,
with a kind of classic look, but he hasn't got like classic lines. Like, you know, like Logan Franklin, for me, that is like born
yeah,
classic.
right.
And then Mike kind of fits in the classic, but he's almost like a bodybuilder. And it's like,
Yeah,
do you see where I'm going? It's like,
yeah, yeah,
how do you write that down on paper? Like I can say that, and if you know, you know, but if you don't,
So
you're going to listen to what I just said, and that doesn't make any sense.
yeah,
So
yeah, it
literally
does.
what you've said is the criteria for classic,
Mm,
but the look and how it's presented isn't what
mm,
you would
Yeah,
picture
you
in
deem
your
as
mind
classic.
as classic, but
Yeah,
ultimately the federation has to write down what classic is.
that's what I
So
mean. That's what I
yeah,
mean.
it's that disconnect, isn't it?
Which
So
is
like for me, thinking of a
yeah,
classic, it's like your Frank Zane or something like that. Like where you'd
yeah.
look at that and you'd go, "Fuck, I want to look like that." Whereas
Mm,
whereas on paper he's fitting that with, as you said, the flaring
yeah,
lats, the tiny waist, but it just it doesn't feel right. And like you
yeah.
said, trying to explain that to somebody who's not in the sport is not going to make any sense. Like, what do you mean it doesn't feel right?
Doesn't make any
Like,
sense. No. For
Yeah,
me, the most classic person now is Logan, but like he's just not big and thick enough and dense enough yet. Whether he can get there,
but
maybe.
then
But when I look at that, that is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like when I see Logan's physique, it's just like that's the guy I'd want to be, and that's what I see like classic
this
as
is the thing though. I
almost.
feel like as soon as Logan adds any more size, I feel like that he would lose a lot of that classic structure, in
Maybe,
my opinion.
maybe it
Do
can
you know what I mean?
happen, can't
So
it?
yeah, because it's like people might look good where they are now, but as soon as they add more size on, sometimes it's just kind of like because I feel like Mike, let's say Mike a few years ago would have been very beautiful and classic because you're smaller, but now that he's got the size, even though he still fits the criteria, you still look at him on stage and think, oh, you're just too big. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
It's just
where
so
do we draw
thick
the
and
line?
dense.
Yeah,
Like it just looks like a bodybuilder with classic lines, but it's just not that classic structure that is first thing that comes to mind. But then I think this is where you, with what you guys are saying, it's like, what is the new
yeah,
standard? Is it bodybuilders with classic lines, or is it a classic physique? And this is where it's kind of like moving because even like Remendino is like he is classic, but like he's got some fucking big arms and stuff, and
yeah,
like he's
he
got
does.
almost bodybuilding
monstrous
like arms and
forearms
shoulders.
from like.
Yeah,
Have you seen the size of his forearms? Because of all the calisthenics that he
yeah,
did.
yeah. His
Like,
story is actually crazy. There's
Yeah,
his story on YouTube. If you guys haven't watched it, honestly, go watch it. It's mental.
thing like I've never like I respect him and I respect everything that he's been through to get to where he is now. And that's why I root for him. That's why I was happy for when he won Olympia. But in my opinion, I don't think he's classic at all. I never thought he's classic, which
Really.
is really weird because he's literally like the best in the world for classic now. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I always look at him, it's like when I watch classic, I feel like, and this might sound biased, but for me, when I like Logan Franklin, Rob Diesel, classic to
Yeah.
me.
They
That's the,
they are die-hard classic structure.
yeah,
Um, and then the other guys are kind of blended into what we just said. I do think Ramon, in my opinion, does still manage it, but I do agree he's kind of on the edge because he has got some freaky body parts as well.
yeah,
And I think I know this is crazy as well, but you'll probably see the same, Patrick. Like some of his posem's just off, man. Like you can see it, and you're just like you just need to adjust it slightly, and it make your physique look so much better. And I know that's coming from me, who knows fuck all, but like you can just see it, and I'm sure he's been told it. But like when you're the best in the world at classic, I think that flow has got to be a big part of it as well. Like it's just got to
yeah.
be beautiful. It's got to be like
I think there's a certain essence that counts when you're doing classic, and like you might have a great physique, but if you do not carry that essence of presentation on stage, it kind of doesn't really add. I feel like it loses the whole point of being classic. Doesn't make sense. Where I
yeah,
feel, and that's what I
right.
think he's missing. Because when you see the way Logan Franklin moves on stage, the way Rough Diesel moves on stage, you're like, yeah, you can see it. It's hard to explain, but you can see it from the way they move, the way they even smile and stuff like that. Whereas Ramon did, Ramon does it. Even if he tries, there's something missing that's not have give the same impact, which is really strange because he is pretty much. But then are they basing him winning based on the fact that Seaborn was the last classic champion and he looks the closest to him in terms of size? Is that what it is or what?
I think he's the balance of what we've just said. He's not a bodybuilder with classic lines, and he's not a die-hard classic, and he just kind of fits really well in the middle. And when
Yeah.
he's on, he does look fucking amazing.
So if someone's watching this right now and they want to know what is classic, who would you direct, like what would be your like
Rough
answer?
Diesel and Logan Franklin.
Right, okay.
Like
But then they're
True
not
completely
the
that.
best in
wrong.
the world. So how do they then they'll be like, well, so how come they're not winning then? Do you know what I mean? This is like trying to explain someone that's never
Because you
understand
put them
body.
next to someone else who fits the criteria on paper and they look
Yeah,
small.
yeah, yeah. It was just really, really annoying because then
That's the actual like
outsider, you wouldn't know what you wouldn't be able to tell the difference from a bodybuilder and a classic athlete because you don't know what is what.
what do you guys think of Niall? I think he's going to creep up this year. He's absolutely outrageous, isn't he? The progress he's
Who?
making as well.
Now
Niall Darwin,
that one. Oh
British
yeah,
British
100%. Mate.
guy.
Yeah, he looks insane. He looks very, very good, man.
He's
Like,
made so much progress. So I think he's going to crack the top four this year, or like I think he
yeah,
can. I really think he can, which is crazy for UK bodybuilding. Like we're going to have people up there like you know Samson for open, Niall for classic, Ryan for men's physique. I know you got like
Oh
Rio and
wow.
figure as well, haven't you? You've got
and then you've got Michelle for what's it called? Um, is it athletic? We know the
So
what do they call that class? The one
I'm
that
not
do
sure.
like acrobatics in it.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
where they
you've
do
got
what
house.
like the like jumping about.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember. Is it athletic figure or something? I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called now, but yeah, you got her as well, who's gonna dominate for a few years, I reckon. And just
Yeah.
because of her structure, it's just insane. We just need like a bikini girl to kind of represent us and a wellness
Well,
lady.
to be
To,
fair, you've got Phoebe who competed at the Arnold, didn't you again? Phoebe
yes,
Hagen,
yeah,
and she came like fifth. So I don't know if
yeah,
she's trying to get back on the scene.
yeah. That's true actually. We'll see. I think bikini is one of those classes whenever I watch it, I just can't decide who's gonna win because I never know what exactly they're looking for. They all looks the same to
Don't know the
me.
criteria enough, yeah. Which is a
Yeah,
bit that you know what that's a conversation for another session. Um,
yeah.
knowing the criteria. Deej, did you say you needed to go by eight?
yeah, ideally.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we will pretty much wrap it up there. Anyone got any last comments?
Nope.
No, all
No,
good.
Just
all
know that
good.
Ramon is not classic. That's all I want to say. But I'm a big
Oh,
fan.
fucking hell, that's going to be
Mic drop.
clickbait. You're going to get loads of people coming on in hating on us.
Let's go. You're gonna see now the
We're gonna
dinosaur
get
emojis
yeah.
in your comments now. What?
They're gonna be like, who the
The
fuck are these
Brazilians are
freaking
gonna come for
idiots?
you,
Why the
bro.
fuck do they know? All right, lads,
I'm
thank you
sorry. I'm
so
sorry.
much.
I love you, Dino.
Lads, thank you again. Anyone who's made it this far, massive thank you, massive appreciate it. If you're listening on YouTube, drop us a like, comment saying Patrick's a donut, and hopefully we see you on the next one. Thanks so much,
All right.
guys.
Okay, guys.
Right.